great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of invasion. But yeah, right now, I mean, listen.
Welcome back to the Immigration Answer Show. Who in the hell am I? I'm Jim Hacking, immigration lawyer. That's who I am. I've been practicing immigration law since 2008. I've been practicing regular law since 1997. I'm old. I've been a lawyer for 27 years. Jesus Christ. I remember when I hadn't even gone to law school. I remember I worked at a law firm. Did you guys know I worked in the mailroom? It was the best job I ever had. I worked at a firm in downtown St. Louis called Gray and Ritter. And my job was to organize the files, distribute the mail, and go out and investigate cases. I worked on a case. It was a very, very sad case. A guy named John Warmbrot. He had a Ford truck. Maybe it was a Ford truck. And they put the fuel tank on the outside part of the rails of the truck. I think he bought it used. And his stepson, who was like 7 or 8, was in the car with him. And they just slightly slid off near a bridge. And there was a spark and a puncture of that tank. And the little boy burnt to death. It was terrible. It was terrible. And I worked on that case for a long time. I also worked on a case. It's funny, I remember everybody's names because you work on these cases for so long. I worked on a case where a guy went out camping by himself for a weekend and he never came back. And when his wife and son went out to find him, there had been a bad seal. It was wintertime between the heater and the RV, and a bunch of carbon monoxide got in and poisoned him. So I always thought I was going to do personal injury law. And I did it for a while. I did it on the defense side. But the Muslims kept asking me to help them with their immigration stuff. And I'd go to the mosque and I'd say, man, I don't know anything about immigration. And they would say, Brother Jim, we need your help. So I talked to Amani for a long time, about a year, where I said, I need to have my own firm. I want to start my own practice. I want to have my own clients. She thought I was crazy because I'd just become partner at this firm, right? She thought, this is crazy talk. Why would you leave a partnership where it's safe and secure and go out and do your own thing? But literally, it was the Muslims at the mosque who kept asking me to help them with immigration. And I would try to refer them to some really good immigration attorneys in town. And they would say, I'm too busy. Don't send me those cases. And I thought, well, that would be a good problem to have. So we opened up the firm in 2008, and I thought that I would do lots of law for immigrants. Like the specialty wouldn't be the practice area, it would be the clientele. I would do wills for immigrants. I would do car accidents for immigrants, and I would teach myself immigration law. So after about 2 years, it became pretty clear that nobody wanted me to do anything but immigration. So it took me a while to figure it out. In 2012, we made the decision to just do immigration. So we had 4 years under our belt under the man we called the deporter in chief, Barack Obama. Can you imagine? We used to be mad at Obama about immigration. It's crazy to think that way. And then we got he who shall not be named for 4 years. And I was thinking the other day, I got a referral for a lawsuit. An attorney hired us to file a lawsuit for her client, who's actually her paralegal. And she's been an immigration lawyer for 2 years. And I thought, man, can you imagine only having 2 years under your belt, you're thinking you're getting into this nice immigration practice, and here he comes again for another 4 years. Like, I'd be scared. I'm scared now, and I've been doing this for a long time. I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm scared, right? So, what do we do when we're scared? We persevere, we fight, that's what we do. We put our faith in our higher power, and we realize that, unbelievably, as much as it seems this man is above the law, no one is above the law, but man, it's gonna be dark. It's gonna be a dark 4 years, and I find myself very introspective, very contemplative of where I'm at. I don't know if you guys follow me on LinkedIn, but I've been posting a lot about what it's like to be an immigration lawyer, an immigration leader, and a law firm owner. And like, you got to be strong for your team. You got to be strong for your clients. And, you know, you got to be sober. I've been saying soberly realistic, because there's some immigration lawyers who are saying the sky is falling. Oh my God, everyone's going to get deported on day one, right? Like literally, there's posts that are about close to that, and then you have other people who are sort of downplaying it, um, and I think probably underestimating how hard it's going to be. So in Islam, we say try to take the straight path, the narrow path, the balanced path, the path of balance. And so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying not to freak out and not freak people out, but I'm also spending a lot of time thinking about what are they going to do. We had a meeting today. Our 4 senior lawyers, me, Amani, Andrew, and Tim, just to talk about what are you going to do on these cases that are tough. Like Trump says, and Project 2025 says that if you apply for an immigration benefit in the next 4 years and you get denied, you get an automatic referral to the deportation court. Right now, a lot of people don't get referred to the immigration court. So if you have a case that's sort of borderline, or if you think that the person, the beneficiary, might end up in deportation, what are you going to do? Do you file it? Do you not file it? What if the federal government doesn't know the person's here? Or what if they do? And is the better plan to file everything you can right now under the old rules before Trump gets new rules in? So there's just lots of components to what's about to happen that I find myself thinking about when I'm at the gym, when I'm making Nora's breakfast over there, when I'm trying to fall asleep, or when I wake up in the middle of the night. It's a strange, strange time, and it's going to be a strange, strange time. All right. With that long, rambling 8-minute rant, we'll get this show started. And I'm going to say hello to my new friend, Sunny Boy. Hi, Sunny Boy.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
How you doing? Good.
Am I audible enough?
Yeah, you sound good.
All right. So I have been a permanent resident for a couple of years now, issued under the Biden administration, and I'm planning to marry somebody from my home country. And here are a couple of options. Someone who already has a B1 visa, they've already been to the United States, never overstayed, and they left before the 6-month period. So what are the pros and cons of marrying somebody like that? Can they use the B1, B2 visa to come and stay and leave before their 6-month period? And how, if I apply for the adjustment of status, will it cause any issue at the port of entry? In the sense, does the Customs and Border Patrol officer know that this person has a B1? Has a person that has filed for adjustment of status? That's the question number one.
So it's not really possible to know everything that CBP officers can see on their screen. I will say that they've come a long way and they can see a lot more than they used to. So are you saying that if I have this person entering on a B1, B2, are they already married to the person that's going to apply for adjustment?
No, I am the person who's planning to marry them. So if I go back to my country and marry them,
Hmm.
because they already have a B1, B2 visa, can they come? Because if they didn't have a B1 visa, they would have to wait 3 years, right? Until,
As a spouse of a green card holder, at least.
yes. So because this person has a B1 visa, if they come and stay with me for 6 months, will there be an issue at the port of entry? In sense, does the computer on the CBP's officer screen tell them that, hey, this person already, there's a person who filed for this person's adjustment of status?
I would say 70% yes.
Okay.
70% chance yes. And I would also say that there's always going to be that question, hey, what are you doing here? Why are you coming? And they say, I'm going on a visit. Oh, who are you going to go visit? This guy. Who's this guy? Oh, it's my husband. Oh, shit. Right. So that, yeah, I think you have to think what's on the computer, but also what comes out of the person's mouth, which is
Yeah.
actually more important because you don't want them to lie. Like I have people, Sonny Boy, who sometimes they say, "Oh, I'm coming here for tourism," and then they move right into the person that they later marry and file a green card for. So that's the kind of stuff we want to stay away from.
Okay. And someone who doesn't have a visa, what are the pros and cons of? Is the cons obviously is 3 year wait time, right? So
Mhm.
they've never been to the US, and with the new administration coming in, will that you see that window time frame extending more than 3 years, or
This is a very interesting question that I've been thinking about. So Sonny, when I was an immigration lawyer from 2008 until 2016, there was always a backlog for the spouses of green card holders to either adjust their status or to get an immigrant visa based on marriage to a green card holder. That was always the case. Like that was just normal. Everybody knew it. It was just part of the deal. Like one of the reasons why you want to get your citizenship because your case for your spouse goes faster. Um, it wasn't as bad as it is now, though. It was like 6, 8, 9, 12 months at the max. Like final action date was something you hardly ever worried about for the spouse of a green card holder like you do now. But what I'll say is that from 2017 to 2021, when Trump was in office, that actually got current. And I think the reason it got current is because people were disheartened, discouraged, dissatisfied, did not think that it was even worth filing for my spouse as a green card holder. So I actually think one thing that might happen, and the other thing is, there were less people coming to the United States. So when you don't let international students come to the United States by the tens of thousands, there's less people here to marry a green card holder to apply for a green card and count against that number. So that's really what I think.
I see. Now, should I wait until I get my citizenship, which is another couple of years from now, and then file?
Uh, no, no. I wouldn't say that.
Okay. All right. And last question. Will the new incoming administration go after the permanent residents whose green cards were issued by the current administration? In essence, am I safe to travel outside?
I don't think they can. I don't. There was a little window during the Muslim ban where they didn't let green card holders in for like 2 or 3 days, and then everybody said that's BS. That can't happen. I don't think that's something you need to worry about.
Okay. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thanks, Sonny Boy. See ya. All right, all right. Sammy's here. Hi, Sammy. You're on mute.
Yes. Hi, Jim. Assalamu
Hi,
alaikum.
Sammy.
I'm
Walaikum
doing
salam.
good.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I am currently working for an employer A for 3 years, and they did not file my file the perm. So I had another employer B, who filed my perm in February 2024, and my H1 is expiring in March 28th, 2025. So I've got
Great.
just 5 months left. So now I have a couple of options. The first option is to just get a transfer to employer B, and find a cop to cop job and work under him till I get perm approval, and then I-140 filed from him, and I-485. And my wife's place of birth is Saudi Riyadh. So I'm expecting like it would be lesser time in 485 waiting time. I'm from India. So the next option is to change my status from H1 to F1 from January. I got an I-20 from a university, and where I can continue with my current employer, like employer A, who did not file the perm. From the day one CPT, I can work with the company. Meanwhile,
No. We're not doing day one CPT. That messes up your whole immigration history. USCIS is all over day one CPT. They think it's fraudulent. They deny green cards for it. Do not do day one CPT.
okay.
Wait, so you're on your first H-1B. You're only 3 years in.
No, I have got 6 years. 6 years done. Six. It's going to be 6 years.
Oh. Why did you wait so what? Okay, so company B started the perm process before the 5th year anniversary of your H-1B.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So I'm really liking employer B. I don't really like employer A. So to me, I want you to go to B as fast as you can.
hmm But I need to have a job. The market is very, very challenging right now. The recession is kind of thing going on. So,
What do you mean? The employer doesn't know if they want you to come?
okay, he is like a vendor who just filed my perm. There is no job under him. I need to find a job and make a transition to work under him, like corp to corp.
You mean he's like a staffing company?
Yes, he's like a staffing company.
Oh, my brother Sammy, it sounds like you're grasping at straws. It's pretty desperate. Why did we let 5 years go by before we really started focusing on our green card?
So 3 years I worked for a robotics company. They said like budgeting issue, we cannot we cannot do that. So I joined this based on the promise that this company will do, but they started delaying till the point that they said no, they cannot do. And I was surprised and I was a bit nervous. And employer B came in at the point, and they said no problem, I can do it. So.
Yeah, but that seems all pretty desperate and doesn't seem like it's got a high chance of success. So what's the question for me?
So, like, if I join, change of status, go to F1, and then continue with my employer A, and employer B continue with the perm once the approval comes and he files I-140 and I-485.
You're saying go to stick with employer A under first day CPT? Who told you that was a good idea?
Couple friends, they told me, but
It's a bad idea. It's not going to work. It's as if it's not immigration fraud, it's as close to immigration fraud as there is. That isn't immigration fraud. It's really close to some really bad spots. I highly recommend that you don't do that.
okay. So, what do you recommend at this point of time, Jim?
Well, it sounds to me like you're running out of options. It sounds to me like you might need to leave.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that a vendor who files a perm application for a job that doesn't really exist, to me that doesn't seem like it's going to go very far. And you're
Okay.
just delaying the inevitable of having to leave. And what you're doing, especially if you start doing things like perm applications for employers that don't really have jobs for you and or first day CPT, you're starting to mess up your immigration file, which is going to make it hard for you to ever get a green card. Like these proposals or these ideas you have on how to fix this, you're not the first person to think these up. USCIS has seen all these things. They know this playbook and their knives are out. So I think you're really getting close to the line of being in trouble.
Okay. So it is better to find a job and work under employer B and do the
If it's
H1
a
transfer.
if it's real, yeah. If it's real, yeah.
Hmm. And is it possible, like, can I get a like employer
I mean,
A?
but Sammy, you understand that in a real employment situation, even with a staffing company, it's not Sammy's job to find the end client. It's the vendor's job. So this whole thing sounds very shady to me. So if I'm you, I want to run away from the vendor as fast as I can.
Hmm.
I know you're desperate. I know your back's up against the wall. And it sounds like the old employers that you had didn't treat you right. But I think you really need like a whole new approach to this.
Hmm.
And either find the job that'll take the H-1B transfer and take over the perm, or leave and figure something else out.
Okay. Do we okay, I got, and the option 3 is, can I get 1 year extension from employer B, because he filed in the month of February, like 1 year before the my H1 expires, which is expiring in March
I mean,
2025.
again, you're playing with this thing that does this employer that doesn't really have a job. I don't really want you to spend too much time with them. Do you have any time you can recapture? Do you have any time where you were in India or somewhere else outside the United States, or did you do the full 5 years and stuff?
I was there in India for 40 days. That is included to get
Mm.
me March 19, yeah,
Yeah.
2025.
I got to move on, Sammy. Good luck,
Mhm.
my friend.
Yeah,
See
sure.
ya.
Thanks. Thank you so
Okay, bye. You got it. Shally's here. Hi, Shally. You're on mute.
Hi, Jim. And I'm on 6% battery. I was outside with my husband. He's gone to take groceries, but I'm going to be very quick. So I came here on student visa. We got married this year. I came here in 2021. We got married this year in July. I applied, not, sorry, in May. I applied for my green card, marriage based in July. Right now, I'm on student visa based OPT, and I have EAD through OPT, which started in February and which ends in February next year. I do not have a full-time job. The market is horrible, as Sami said, and I'm so sorry for your Sami. I hope everything goes well for you. So what are my options given that I do not have a full-time job? I don't think without a job I'll be able to apply for STEM extension. So and my F1 OPT expires in February. If I'm trying my best to get a job, if that, then I'll apply for STEM, because I do not want to like cancel out my student visa. And also I haven't applied for marriage based EAD, because I thought I want to continue my student visa based EAD. So shall I apply? What are my options?
All right, my sister. So, are you going to work?
I am working for a non-profit, and which is based out of my education based, like the project management based role. So through that I'm working, like through that I'm keeping my F1 OPT active.
Are they paying you?
No, they're not paying me.
Okay. So you applied for your marriage-based green card in July of 23 or 24?
This year, 24.
So that's been pending for like 4 months.
Yes.
And
And I
you did not apply for the EAD.
no, I didn't apply for EAD because everyone said, and on the internet also it said that EAD and travel for advanced parole is optional. So, and I can
Well,
apply for EAD.
advanced parole is, but a work card is only $260, and it gives you another option. It gives you much more flexibility. You should have filed for the EAD when you filed for the green card. Mm-mm. Am I locked up or is she locked up? I think it's her. We'll give her a second. Does anybody know what painting this is behind me? It's my favorite painting. Does anybody know who painted that? Does anybody know the name of that painting? Does anybody know the play, the musical that was based on that painting? I don't know. I think Shaylee's gone. We'll have to come back to her. Maybe she's got some bad reception. All right. Mila's here. Hi, Mila.
Oh, hi. Didn't expect that you're gonna put me in so quickly. How are you? I hope your
I'm
day
good.
is doing well.
How are you?
I'm doing well, just anxious.
Okay, sure.
So, me and my husband had pending I-751, and we had an interview. I had a pending N-400, finished that. Then we had people coming on our address. Everything on the interview went great. When I applied for FOIA, nothing was coming out weird from Reno office where I actually live, where we live. And then we got a visit on our home, which I was told by USCIS that it's not them, or it's either them, or it's not. Anyway, my husband was the only one at home. He didn't let them in because, anyways, just like I feel every American here wouldn't let people in the home. Anyway, we own the home. Both of us are on the what's that called, title. And then that was like 4 months ago. And then I got annoyed for I-751, saying that I have to submit documentation showing ownership of property, lease showing joint tenancy, documentation showing commingling of financial resources, birth certificate of the children, affidavits of third parties, and other documentation establishing that the marriage was not entered in order to evade immigration laws in the United States. So I tried getting all this documentation together because they said that they found that in 2020 and 2021, I filed my, this is funny now when I'm thinking about it, but at the time I didn't even know that I filed my taxes as a single and I was married, which I actually fixed as soon as they sent me the NOID. And I was like, oh, I didn't even know about this. So I fixed that, and then I have basically all the documentation that I'm supposed to send them. Well, all the ones that I have, like previous joint leases for the past, 6 years. We have affidavits. We have like 500 pictures. I feel I have like this much paperwork. We have what did I wrote? We don't have kids, but we have dogs, so we have the joint records. Do you hear me? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And we have Amazon accounts. Then we have a health insurances. He's the benefit of my retirement account, like all of it. So I don't know if that's enough. Like, are they gonna refuse me, or like I didn't?
So let's back up. Where are you from?
Serbia.
And when did you come to the United States?
2018.
What kind of a visa did you have?
J1.
Were you a nanny or working at a hotel, or what were you doing?
Yeah, I was working in the resort for 6 months.
And then you married a U.S. citizen?
No, so when I arrived here, we lived in the same household. That's how we met. So basically dated for a year and a half, and then got married eventually.
Okay, so when you got married, were you in status or out of status?
Out of status.
Okay, so you know that the number one thing on the fraud list
Uh-huh.
that makes them refer a case out is when the beneficiary is out of status.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. So then when you applied for the green card, did you have a lawyer or did you file it without a lawyer?
For the first green card, I had a lawyer. That was very easy. The appointment was so easy. Like
You had an interview?
Yeah,
You
I
had an
had
interview?
an interview. Yeah.
And did they separate you?
No.
Okay. And what field office did that interview?
Reno.
And so you got the 2-year green card, and then when you filed the 751, did you file? If I said on a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is nothing and 10 is all that stuff you just listed for me, how much did you submit with the 751 at the outset?
On this NOID letter that I got, it says I have the list. They sent me the list of the paperwork that I sent. I sent a copy of my permanent resident card, a copy of birth certificate for my spouse, copy of my birth certificate, our marriage certificate, copy of our lease from 2020, 2021, property insurance from 2022 to 2023, because we didn't have it like before because it wasn't request. Bank of America statements covering from 2020 to 2022, basically up until I applied. Spectrum bills addressed to me, 15 Nevada energy bills addressed to both of us, so it's joint. Then I sent some screenshots of correspondence of me and his mom. Then I sent some water bills. I sent a screenshot of our Amazon Prime account. I sent one affidavit. I should probably send more, but at the time I didn't think about it. I said sent a deed of our new residence and copy of my job having my spouse as an emergency contact. And then I sent probably like 20 or 30 photos of us and with friends and family. So that was it.
Why do you think they don't like your case? Did you make anybody mad? Do you think anybody ever wrote a mean letter to USCIS about your marriage being fake?
I mean, I don't really know because I've met my entire husband's family and they're all good people. So
Mm-hmm. Have you and your spouse lived apart at all?
no, never. We rented and then we bought a house 2 years ago. Well, I bought a house, but he's on deed, so we live together.
So you don't have any guess?
My guess?
And you don't have any guess as to why they don't like it?
No.
I mean, you should know something, Mila. In my whole career as an immigration lawyer, I've only seen a notice of intent to deny on a 751 maybe 10 times in my whole career. And we handle a shitload of marriage-based cases. We handle a shitload of I-751s, and it's very, very unusual. Now, tell me about this site visit where they came to your house.
So it says here on
No. You tell me. Don't tell me what they say. You tell me what happened.
So they came on August 6th, 2024. That was 4 or 5 months after the interview. And
wait, you had hold on. You had a 751 interview?
Yes.
Did they separate you?
Yes.
Fuck. They're coming hard. Why did they separate you?
I have no idea.
Did you bring an attorney?
No, we did not.
Did you compare your answers after to see if they matched?
Yes.
Did they ask you a bunch of gotcha questions like what color is the microwave?
No, they did not ask me, and they did not ask my husband. Our interviews, from what my husband told me and what the officer asked me, the officer was very pleasant, very nice, really no issues. He asked us about like where we live, when we bought a house, and things like that, which was just so simple. And then at the end, he never requested any additional evidence from me. And I asked even the officer, I'm like, hey, you want me to give you any additional evidence that I sent? Because I applied for I-751 2.5 years ago. And he said, no, you're fine. You passed all where you guys. I was like, so did we pass? Because I'm like, it was really like chatty. And he's like, yeah, you're fine. Let's just go ahead and do N400. So, which I did. But then later, that was fine. I passed all of it. I got the paper that they give you of, congrats, you passed. And he told me, just wait your oath. And that's it. That was it. That was the last thing I've heard from them. And then the day after, I got a notice that my I-751 was sent to processing center back in Missouri. National Benefit Center, actually. So after that, there was no, nothing. There was no update up until I got this letter.
So you had a combo citizenship and 751 interview.
Yes. I don't know why they would proceed with doing N400 if something was wrong with I-751.
Because the computer told them. The computer told them to.
But I got FOIA. And in FOIA, a month from our interview, someone somewhere looked at the application, probably I-751, and then basically referred it to the fraud unit. So that's why I'm guessing that's why we got a site visit.
And so then what happened on August 6th?
So on August 6th, I left for work at like around 6:45 because I work from 7 and I need like 15 minutes to get to my work. So I arrived at work, and maybe around 7:15, I received a call from my husband. I couldn't even. He called me like a few minutes earlier, but I couldn't respond because I was at work working healthcare. So while I was on
Who
my
called you?
patient's,
Your husband called you, or
my
the
husband called me.
immigration,
Yes. So
and said,
he
"Hey,
said
there's people here."
yes, he said, hey, what's going on? There's some people, two ladies with the clipboards. They asked me for my ID. They're asking whoever visited at our home. When did we move up here? How many rooms we have? Our dog went crazy because, and then he was pissed because, I mean, like just like any American here, he doesn't really understand immigration.
But did he not know? Did he not know it was possible they might come?
I didn't know that either.
Okay.
We
Okay.
didn't know.
Okay. Sure.
So at the end, he I think he just wasn't believing that there was immigration because I don't think he quite understood. That's
Yeah.
just something that I got from his story. So at the end, he's like, well, do you have any other questions for me? And they were like, no. And then he's like, can I get your ID then? So I guess one lady gave him the whatever the card she had. And yeah, that was it. And then they asked if they can come in the house, and he's like, well, I'm not gonna lock my dogs. And they were like, oh, well, you need to lock your dogs because our dogs are aggressive anyway. And so he didn't, and he said, do you have a warrant to enter our home? And they said no. So he's like, well, if without warrant you can come in. And that was it.
Okay. So what's
Yeah,
the question
I know
for
that's
me?
a mess.
What's the question for me?
So I'm looking into, because I need to respond on this noid that they send me. But I also don't want to get rejected, so I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. I have a deadline up until the 9th of December, which is close. So I had a list of documents, which is basically like 600 pages. It's 7 years of our life. So I was wondering, what is your opinion? Is that enough? Like, I really don't know what else to
Sounds
send.
like enough. Sounds like enough to me.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
I might get some more. I might get some more affidavits, but other than that, it sounds like you're good to go.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to confirm that with you, because I even searched online. Like I've searched everything. I really don't know what to do, and I'm gonna write them a cover letter, just explaining the allegations of whatever they wrote in here. Just explaining, hey, this is what's been going on. I did my taxes like that. I'm not trying to get away from it. It's fixed. I really don't know what to do. As soon as I got the letter, I went and I fixed my taxes. So, and I hope I will send them for the past year and a half, our, joints, everything joints, and hopefully that works. Because I thought that I got information from some of the lawyer around here. It wasn't like a consultation or anything. He said that he thinks that they already refused my case, but then they just sent this letter just saying like, hey, we got to send you, but you're anyway refused for I-751.
Well,
So I don't know
it
how
does.
factual
It
that
does.
is.
It does seem like they want to deny your case, and I don't know why. Good luck, Milo. Let us know how it goes. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you got it. All right. I'm not seeing the trolls, you guys. I mean, people can say comments and things. A troll is not all trolls are created equally. All right. Priyanka has been waiting. Hello, Priyanka.
Hello, good evening, Jim. We have met a couple of times. How are you doing?
I'm good. What's up?
So actually, I came to United States on K1 visa, and I applied for my adjustment of status, and I got my conditional green card this 2024 June, and it will expire in 2026 June.
I
And
remember. And then didn't you get some job in London or something?
no. Actually, I got job in Michigan. I'm
Oh,
currently
Michigan.
working in Michigan, and but my employer wants me to go to Sweden for training.
Oh, Sweden. Okay.
Yes, so that is the country where I gave my interview, and I came to United States from Sweden, actually. But I'm going back on the business trip this time because I have a training that I have to go through in January, from January 3rd to January 17th, which is 2 weeks. So, as a conditional green card and also change in the government, is it even safe to go out of country?
Yeah.
Is it fine, or else I'm actually like very scared about what I have seen Milo's case. It is really terrible, actually.
Oh, there's
So
something wrong with Milo's case. I wouldn't judge your case based on Milo's case. I wouldn't worry about that.
okay, Jim.
So you're telling me you have a 2-year conditional green card that you just got.
Yes,
You are being asked to leave the United States on January 3rd when Joe Biden is still president, and you're being asked to come back on January 17th when Joe Biden is still president.
yes.
I think it's the perfect time to go. Go now, and then worry. Don't get anxious till after that. I think you're fine.
Okay. So even after that, I'm not allowed to go out of United States, correct?
No, a conditional green card holder can leave with their conditional green card, their current passport. That's all they need.
Yeah, my current passport is on my married name. I changed it.
Yeah.
It is currently under my married name, and I also got letter from my HR saying that this is just a training, and I will be back, and I don't have any intentions to stay in Sweden, and so on. So my question is it safe because of?
Do you want me to go with you, Priyanka? I'll go to Sweden with you. I'd like to see Sweden. I think you're fine, sweetheart. I wouldn't worry about this.
Okay, okay, Jim. Thank you. And also, my husband, we were separated for 3 months.
Yeah, I
And
remember. And then he moved to Michigan with you.
yes, and
Yeah.
he's applying for jobs, and he's this close to get an offer here in Michigan. Hopefully, that
Good.
he's going to get into a job, and he will be soon applying for I-865 for the um, what is that again? For the sponsors change of address.
Oh, Priyanka, I don't even know about that thing. Nobody pays any attention to that. Yeah, he should
Yes.
update his address. Yeah, but in narrator's voice, nobody ever does that. Like I've never even heard of that form. So I'm sure there is a form, but I've never known anyone to do it. You guys are very, very good rule followers. I'll just say that.
And because my problem is, will I have like any problem when I'm applying for my 10-year green card?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Thank you so
Bye,
much.
Priyanka.
Thank
See
you.
ya. We'll
Have a
see you
nice.
later. Okay. Always good to see you. Thank you, Priyanka. All right. Faraz is here. Hi, Faraz.
Assalamualaikum.
Welcome, son. What's up?
Yeah, nothing much, Jim. So recently I took a transfer through the company's attorney. I'm on H1B, and I have the EAD approved, 140 approved. Sorry, 140 approved, and I filed for my wife's EAD, but that G28, I think they gave the reason that G28 was not filed properly, and that got rejected. So my wife's EAD was rejected, and when I contacted the attorney, he refiled that form, G28 form. But till now, it's in pending status from past 3 months. Is there any way we can expedite that, or do they
You
consider?
mean because you're worried those are going to go away?
No, the regular process will take 6 or 7 months to get approved.
Yeah.
EAD.
I think you just have to wait.
So as per the, I think they came up with some amendment in the past years that with premium processing they have to approve the H4 EAD. Is that correct? Or
I believe so. Yep.
so is there any way we can challenge them USCIS or just leave it for?
Did you pay for premium processing?
I did pay.
And they haven't done what they're supposed to do?
That's what. Yeah, that's correct.
Where do you live?
Chicago.
Send me an email.
Sure, I'll do that.
I'll try to fix it. Give me a whole timeline, okay?
Sure, I'll do that.
And send me like the rejection and the receipt notice, all that good stuff, okay?
Yeah, I'll do that. Thank you,
All
Jim.
right, later.
Appreciate it.
Bye, Faraz. See you, buddy. Yep, for sure. Hey, hold on a second. I want to. Well, hold on. This is a nice comment. from Pastor Jacob. Jim, know that I pray for you since the day you revealed to us what happened to you at the church at the hands of a priest. Know that you're a very important person we need now in the future. Well, as I tell my daughter Nor, everything happens for a reason. Oh, here's Nor. You guys haven't seen my Nornator sweatshirt. Do you guys like that? You think I could sell these? She made it for me for my birthday. Isn't that funny? Anyway, I appreciate that, Pastor Jacob. I appreciate that very much. And what I tell Nor, and what she's finally come to agree, is that everything happens for a reason, and that there's these junctures in life, sort of like that sliding doors movie, but junctures in life where your life goes off on a different trajectory, and you're just a different person because of something that happened. Right? It could be the death of a parent or the death of a child, or really, really sad things. And then there's what happened to me, and it just made me a more sympathetic person. It made me really distrust authority. It made me really hate bullies, and it made me who I am today. So it's all good. I did name her Nor, and her name does have great meaning. It means light. Okay, let's get. How do I say your name? Aruture?
Aruture.
Aruture. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
I like that name.
Yeah.
What does it mean?
It means I'm from Nigeria, so it's kind of a story. So it means my dad telling his friends that I'm part of the age group that can bear children.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. How can I help you?
Yeah. So quick question though. Myself and my wife have gotten our green cards back in May this year. But in August, because I applied for my green card, and of course I-131 advanced parole thing. So I got a notice in August that my I-131 parole document application was denied. I don't know why it was denied, but I just wanted to ask. It's because I didn't get a notice for that because I moved from Florida. I'm currently in Missouri. Just a few minutes away from your office, though. So
nice.
I'm just wondering if there's anything wrong with that, with the I-131 being denied.
Did you get a denial notice?
I didn't get a notice, so I guess maybe they sent to my old address. So I called in on Friday, and I told them about it. They said they'll send it to my new address. So hopefully I'll see what it is. But I don't know if there's any problem with that.
So everything else is still on file. Do you know if the green card has been approved? It hasn't been approved.
Yeah. I got my green cards back in April.
Well, that's why. And you applied for a travel document while your green card case was as part of your green card?
Yeah, together the I-765, I-131, and of course I-485.
Yeah, well, then when your green card gets approved, they deny your travel document because they do the same thing. You don't need it anymore.
Oh, wow! Because I wanted to call your office and say I want to see you guys on Monday, on Wednesday or Thursday.
No, you're fine, brother. No. The travel document that you get as part of the green card process is only in the event that you need to travel before your green card is approved.
Oh. Okay.
So most people, sadly, USCIS is so dumb, they can't get advance parole given to people before they approve the green card. So then lately we've been seeing green cards approved and then the advance parole denied, rejected, refused, closed because it's not necessary. That's all. You're good.
Oh, okay.
Still feel free to come by and see us anytime.
Yeah, so sure. I'll come by and see you guys. Yeah, because
we're getting we painted the front of the building and we're getting our new sign. Our new sign should be up in a week or two.
Oh wow, yeah, I'll come by probably on Thursday. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll be in Alabama, but come on by. They'd love to see you.
All right. Thank you very much. Yeah.
See you, bud. Okay.
Bye. Yeah.
Bye, Aruture. All right. How about that? I'm trying to show you guys something. Let me see how I can do this. Hold on. You guys got any good plans for the weekend? I guess it's only Tuesday. Probably too early to be talking about the weekend. All right. Here is my question. Shrink that. We're having a debate in the intake team today. Do you guys think that I should bring back the beard or not? Let's hear. I'm thinking about bringing back the winter beard. What do you guys think? Somebody said, Jennifer in our office said, this is Jim from IT. Like that beard, those those are my best glasses that I had. Those are the best. And I like that beard. What do you guys think? Should I bring back the beard? Let's have a vote. Everybody vote. Should Jim bring back the beard? Do I look too old with the beard? I think I look pretty cool with the beard, but I'll leave that all to you guys. All right. Who do we got? Moss. Hello, Moss.
How are you, sir?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. I'm about to apply for the Form I for 8.5. And my asylum got approved by an immigration judge for individual hearing. I have been arrested in 2017, and I have like two traffic tickets. When I had my first interview at the USIS, when I had my first hearing in front of the judge, and the second individual one, I heard that the US CIS, when they talk about my criminal background, they said it's clear, even though I told them like, no, it's not, like I've been arrested, but for some reason it does not show there. So I'm about to, as I said, apply for the forms. What should I say? I mean, I would of course say I've been arrested, and of course I will say I have these tickets. Should I send with them like the result from the arrest and something else, or no?
So let's back up. So where are you from?
Yemen.
And you came to the United States on a visa?
Yes, F1 visa.
And then you applied for asylum?
Yes.
And then you had an interview at the asylum interview, and it got denied and referred to the immigration court.
That's correct.
And then you had a hearing, a trial, an individual hearing at some point. When did you have your asylum hearing at the court?
The individual hearing, the second hearing?
Yeah, where they decided to give you asylum. When did that happen?
January 5th, 2024.
January 5th, 2024. Okay. And did the arrest that you have happen before you got asylum or after?
Before, it was 2017.
And was that inside the United States or outside the United States?
It was in New York, inside.
And what was the arrest for?
When I bought my first car, they the dealership gave me a fake temporary tag. The temporary one, it was fake. Got pulled over. Give them the rest of my document. They says the license plate did not come from the state. Told them that's what the dealership gave me, as long as with the other documents. They says no. They took my car. They put me in the police station. Then second day, they transferred me to court. I had like 3-4 hearings in front before the judge. Then they decided it's not guilt. I did not plead guilty. I did not pay anything to the government. I did not take any courses or like nothing. They only told me I have to stay like 3 months, I believe, without like make any trouble. Then go back to the court, take the document they gave me, that whenever I have to apply for something, I said yes, I've been arrested, and I plead not guilty. I have it.
So the question is, now that you're going to apply for a green card, what should you put on the forms?
Yes, if I mean, of course, I will say guilty, as I said before. Should I send something extra with the forms, like copy
Yeah.
of the? Okay, like should I send
I
a
would.
copy from the court?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And what about the traffic violations I have? Both of them got
Are they
dismissed.
like speeding or what?
Yes, 2 of them speedings. Yes.
And you took care of them. They got amended, or you paid the fine.
Yes, everything happened to me like it's 2017 and 18.
Do you have the police report from when you got arrested?
The report, no, but I had the final decision by the judge.
I think USCIS might ask you for the police report. And I would say to try to get that. Do you still live in New York, or do you live somewhere else?
No, I live in DC. I never lived in New York. I was just visiting when I got arrested
Oh,
there.
lucky you. Well, I would say I would get that police report, and then if you want to send it to me, I can tell you what I think about whether or not I think everything should be fine. But they're probably going to ask for that police report because they're going to want to know what the deal was with the ticket or with the arrest.
Okay, even though for some reason I checked the spelling of my name because I got 4 names, so it's
Yeah.
the same. But whenever, like as I said, like the USIS, they said it's clear before the judge, the federal judge. I heard that
Yeah, but you can't rely on that.
lawyer.
You got to do your own work.
Okay, I will try to get it from New York. I hope they still have it. It's been a few years from 2017.
Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye-bye. All right, yeah, I think usually on something like that, more often than not, they ask for police reports. I used to fight that all the time, but now it's sort of pretty standard that they ask for the police report. Paula has been waiting for a long time. Hello, Paula, are you there?
Hi, how are you? Yes, I'm here. Thank you.
Sure.
Yeah, my question is, we are from Mexico, my sister and I. We live in the United States for 30 years, and we are working as a nannies and housekeeper. So I raised 3 American kids. One is in the top secret and another one business, the other two. And I'm part of the family, but I'm not married. Their dad, just friends. And we came to United States through the mountains, and I know that's not a good thing, but we've been asking so many lawyers, and they said we possibly cannot have any chance to have a green card because of that. So my
Well,
question,
so you have children that are U.S. citizens?
yes, there's U.S. citizens, yes. They
And
don't.
did you only enter one time into the United States?
Yes, only one time.
Okay, so what's the question?
The question is if we have any chance to have a green card, a permit to live in United States. And the other thing is we're not paying any taxes, but we have ET number and we plan to pay taxes this year because we went to see an accountant and he said, don't you pay any taxes and wait until any legal thing can come in and you can figure it out how much you owe to the IRS. So
Okay, so let me say this.
yes.
If there was a time to apply for a green card, now is not the time, right?
Um,
This is like the worst possible time, right? Because you know who's coming into office in 2 months. So the time to do this would have been when Biden first got inaugurated. But here's the thing:
mm,
you entered without inspection, so you're going to need a waiver. But you don't have a qualifying relative, I don't think, to
no,
get the waiver.
no, I don't.
You don't have a spouse who's a U.S. citizen, or you don't have a parent in the United States who's a U.S. citizen or green card holder, do you?
Don't. No, I don't.
Yeah. So I think you just gotta. This is not the time to raise your hand, dear Paula.
Oh, okay. So
All
now
right. Go ahead.
we cannot do anything to apply or anything.
This is not the time to do that. No, I would lay low.
Okay, already. Then thank you so
Bye,
much.
Paula. You got it. See ya. All right. UFAM is here. Hello, UFAM. Hello. Are you there? No, you. All right, we're sort of out of time. Wait a minute. There's you. Hello. You're on mute. Okay. Luckily, I'm getting to find out who the trolls are, so I'm kicking them out. So that's good. They're showing their true colors. All right. Are you there? I'm going to let you go because I don't know what's going on with your camera or whatever. All right. I'm going to try to take one more. We'll go a little bit over, and we're going to talk to Allie. Hello, Allie.
Hi, Jim. So I have a question for you. My fiance just had been called to the embassy because we're waiting on him to get his K-1 visa to come to the United States.
Giddy up. When's he going?
Well, they didn't say. They said he was approved, but he had to come in and get a new medical done. So he went in, did the new medical. Then they said he had to send his passport back with the new medical so that they can
Okay.
process it and give him the visa. How long does that usually take?
Did he submit the medical?
Yeah, he just did that yesterday.
I would say just a couple weeks.
Okay. All right, good. All right, because I was like, he
Yeah.
was like all concerned. He goes, are they gonna give me my visa? I said, I don't think
Right.
they'd have you do all that stuff that they just had you do if they weren't going to. They already approved you. They just didn't, right? Don't you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, Jim. I appreciate you taking me.
All right. Listen,
Lovely
as soon as he
questions.
gets the visa, have him come right away. Okay.
Okay, and then here's the other question. Oh, now I remember. Okay, so when he comes, you can change your status. Are they gonna, before Trump comes in, if he's already here and he changes his status, will he be able to stay?
Yeah, they're not going to be able to mess if he gets here beforehand and he has a path
Okay.
that's a legal
Okay.
path. They're not going to be able to screw him.
Okay. So you don't think there's going to be any problem since they asked him to do all that stuff? He should get his visa.
No, just tell him to very nicely ask them to hurry up when he goes.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Allie. See ya.
All right.
Yeah, for sure.
Bye.
All right, everybody. That'll do it for today's show. We'll be back tomorrow. Yesterday we did 7:30. Today we did 5:30. Tomorrow 4:30. Maybe will be the last show of the week. I don't know. We'll see. But we'll be back tomorrow at, where's that banner? Tomorrow, episode 712, Wednesday at 4:30 p.m. Central. 4:30 p.m. Central. I'll be in the studio. Please join us then. If you need to get a hold of us in the meantime, please text the word SHOW, SHOW, to 314-470-3300. That's how you can get into the waiting room. You can email us if you're thinking about hiring us. That's the purpose of emailing us, info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com, or call us 314-961-8200. And if you call that number, 314-961-8200, you're going to talk to 4 of my favorite people, Mariana, Tatiana, Skyla, and Huli. They will take good care of you. They will point you in the right direction. They are our CCD team, and they are working very, very hard. Shout out to CCD. We appreciate all their hard work and all the interactions they're doing with potential new clients, with current clients. They're just doing a great, great job for us. That's, you can call, you can email. If you're just looking for free information, you can join our Facebook group, which is called Immigrant Home. We'd love to have you join us there. Just look for Immigrant Home. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Turn on your alerts so when I go live tomorrow or whenever I go live, you get an alert right away. And you can always follow me on TikTok at Immigration Hacking. We're almost up to 150,000 followers on TikTok. Who would have thunk it? Have a great night, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow at 4:30.
I'm great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of invasion.